I'm the one going through what I'm going through. I'm not going to come and start begging you or start checking on your feelings. Like, I'm going through my own shit. Do you understand? If you're my friend, you'll be there for me and not think of, oh, what you spoke to me yesterday and I didn't answer. That's all. I'm angry. Allow me to be angry. I'm angry for a reason. You didn't do anything to upset me. Do you understand? If you're my true friend, you come and check on me. You say, babe, I was talking to you yesterday. Is everything okay? Do you understand what I mean? When you're waiting for me to come and beg you or talk to you, are you mad?
Nomi and Temi are supposed to be friends. I honestly don't know what happened there. Remember that Temi had said that she's the only one who goes to check in on her, call you, try to have a conversation. She doesn't get that energy back. You know what I mean? And she's tired of doing that because she can't keep chasing you. Friendship is supposed to be a two-way street, right? Lately, since Temi and KEIVO fight, we know that Nomi and KEIVO have been talking. And the conversation they had this afternoon gave us a little clue also into Nomi and Temi's friendship. Nomi told KEIVO that Temi is her friend, that in fact she sees Temi as her younger sister. But being my friend doesn't mean you're going to insult me. I will change it for her. She said I took her as my baby sister, but that doesn't mean I will take insults from her. And KEIVO asked her, I thought you two fought. You know, they've not been talking now. She now said, no. Okay, so what happened? She told KEIVO that KEIVO had sent her to go and talk to Temi, and Temi shut her out, saying, oh, that's she and KEIVO's business. Yeah, well, Nomi went on to say, I'm the one going through what I'm going through. I'm not going to start begging you or checking on your feelings because I'm going through my own shit. If you're my friend, you will be there for me and not think whether you spoke to me yesterday and I didn't answer. Really? That's hypocritical coming from you. You just said she shut you out. So you shouldn't think about her shutting you out or not answering now. Go back again and check on her now. You're already wanting to take it as an insult, saying you will not, thou should not give her the chance to insult you. I'm angry. Allow me to be angry. And if you're my true friend, you'd come check on me. But Temi is waiting for me to come and beg her and talk to her. Is she mad? She said the other day, Temi walked into the room to change batteries for Neche. So when Neche asked her who is remaining, she said, this one. As in referring to Nomi. And I turned around and I asked, who is this one? And she left the room. Like, really, what is going on with these girls? What's going on between them? Nobody's willing to sit and even have a conversation anymore. And then one more thing. Has Big Brother forgiven Nomi? And we don't know, because I've not seen her wear her outfits. No outfits, no bench, no nothing since this week. I don't know if you guys have seen her, but I haven't. So is there something happening that we don't know? Is there an update that we all don't have or that I don't have? Let me know what's going on. Because I remember Big Brother saying his instructions are not optional. What's happening? Anyway, Nomi is out there doing her own thing again, so I'm watching. At least today she was able to have conversations with a few housemates. And I remember Flora even telling her, if you go inside, self, go beg her. Then go forgive you. You know that kind of thing. You know they even do anything. You know me, knife na me, I go don't wear that thing, waka up and down. Small instruction, obey. If Papa big pikin with this one, they use this one, draw and back. But the pikin self, make yourself, they try, they listen. No. And she was just listening. And still. Anyway. What do you think is actually the cause of Temi and Nomi's problems? I mean, in their friendship, of course. KEIVO says he's done with Temi. As long as they're in this house, he's not talking to her again. When they come outside the house, they can talk. And Godessa is finding out that Temi has not apologized to KEIVO. Anyway, let's get into it. So we see Godessa and KEIVO having a conversation about it. And KEIVO obviously explained his conversation with Temi the day she told him that she kissed Trump. And he said, the other day you pecked Saltex. And Godessa was surprised, huh? Yeah, I didn't say anything. And then I think she pecked someone else. Maybe it was all jokes and fun and laughs, whatever. He also didn't say anything. This one, you carry your 2 legs and you went to kiss. And it was you who actually came to tell me. He said, I didn't even ask her to explain herself. I asked her, why is this the first time you want me to think about you? If it is, then it's a bad thing. It's a very wrong impression. I told her I was disappointed and she asked why. I told her, that's how I feel. I said, that's my own feeling now. Feel your own. Then he went on to say the best punishment he can give to her is not to talk to her. that we can talk outside the house, but inside this house, I am not talking to her. And Godessa said, I thought she even apologized. I didn't know she has not apologized. They said, no, she has not apologized though. That she has come to meet him twice. But there's no repentance. There's no atom of remorse. We told each other we liked each other, and you went to do that. Godessa now said, I would have even liked it if she did it to make you jealous. And then she walks away to go join Araga and Shiba on the table to eat. Of course, KEIVO follows. Araga now says, you were telling her about your little girlfriend. And KEIVO says, please use past tense. Araga says, she's still going to be your little girlfriend because she's jealous. And he goes, jealous of what or who? Jealous of. Araga says, you and Nomy. KEIVO is like, we've been close before. And Araga said, how were you close? How were you and Nomy close before? You're doing it to make her jealous. Saying KEIVO being close to Nomy is him trying to make Temi jealous. And he's like, no, we're close before, even in week 1, when she had not even started talking to anybody. It's funny. It's amazing how Nomy has been talking about Temi and how she feels about everything. Temi had earlier in the week complained about Nomy not reciprocating, you know, the love and effort and energy in that friendship. And now she's also trying to figure out what she wants from KEIVO. This triangle is getting more complicated by the day, don't you think? So do you believe KEIVO and Nomy were close before, or he's just doing this to get Temi jealous? Godessa rejected Barry, told Araga she would less his ego, and now you're outside asking Barry why he didn't check up on you? What exactly does this girl want? Anyway, let's get into it. Godessa, please. Because after everything you told Araga about Barry yesterday, we're here. After what you told Araga and what you said to Biggie, we're still here. Remember, Godessa had told Araga while they were in bed yesterday that she told them that she overheard a few housemates telling Barry to call her name, and she whispered it to them that if you call my name, I'm going to less his ego. And that's why she said no. For God's sake, why would he just stand up and call her name, knowing that she's with Araga? But after rejecting the opportunity to be in the loft with Barry, you had the effrontery, the guts, the temerity to come to Araga and complain that he did not check up on you. As what? If for anything, like he said, he should be embarrassed because you embarrassed him in front of everybody yesterday. So she gets to Barry and she says, oh, don't compliment me anymore. I'm feeling guilty. Guilty about what? Well, Barry said if for anything, you should be embarrassed because he picked a girl and the girl said no. Godessa said, you haven't spoken to me yesterday. If I didn't pull you for this chat, we would not be having this conversation. Barry said, well, you needed the space. She now laughed and said, okay, the space has ended. I can't believe you did that. He said, 100%. I think you knew I would. And she went, 40%. Blue was the safest option to pick, and I would not be pissed about it. Barry said, we had this conversation before, and I said, why pick the safe thing? Maybe you don't remember. Even what we're doing now, is it safe? And she laughed. And like, you haven't even checked on me. He said, I know you're fine. You have been good. And then she said, one thing about me is I know how to waver and I know how to pretend. I know how to move on from people, but that doesn't mean I'm good. She said that, oh, she misses her sister, so she cried this morning a lot. Shiba came to check on her. Temi came to check on her, that she was thinking he would come and check on her. That's what? And he said, but you were around Araga. And she said, you say we're friends, but you don't act like it. You seem to create a boundary because of someone else, of course, referring to Araga. But if you come close, you can come to my bed, you can ask of me. You know, we don't need to do hide and seek, we're grown. But you're doing hide and seek now. That's why he asked you, this thing we're doing now, is it safe? And then she's like, she could feel everybody's thought process staring at them right now where they were seated. Then she now said, oh, well, that she just needed to know that he's fine. And he said, of course he is, that before he made that move, he was prepared for the outcome. So basically, she's saying, come close, come to my bed, ask how I'm doing, talk to me, you know, and all of that. Meanwhile, in a diary session with Big Brother, she said that she was so pissed that Barry picked her to go to the loft with him. And Biggie said, but last week, you complained that he had not approached you despite your closeness with Araga. What changed? Of course, she had nothing to say. And to think that while she was talking with Barry and saying, oh, do you see how long it took me to say no? That's her trying to say, there was a lot going through her mind. She was thinking, she was wondering, but on the excuse that it was because it was a few people who told him to call her. That's why he called her name. And that's why, you know, she was thinking what's going on here, what's happening, before she eventually said no. No, Godessa, you know why you said no. Stop lying. At this point, I'm honestly thinking, does Godessa want Barry's attention? Or does she just want to know if she still has it? Because that's a big difference. There's a big difference. So you tell me, does Godessa actually like and prefer Barry, or she just wants him to be chasing her?